Toddlers. I'm going to tell you a story today that Uncle David and I have written about a camel. His name is Humpy and he has two friends, Lumpy and Bumpy. Are you ready? Hello, my name is Humpy. I'm a camel and I live with my friends Lumpy and Bumpy in a far-off land. I want to tell you a story about a very special journey that we all had to go on. And this is what happened. My owner and his friends had been looking into the night sky for many months now, as if they'd been looking for something unusual or special. My friends and I thought that it was a bit odd because all you could see in the night sky was the moon and a few small stars. My owner, a wise man, would meet up with his friends often and chat about what they'd seen. They were all very, very clever and wise. I asked the other camels, "What do you think our owners are looking for?" Lumpy said, "I have overheard them talking about a new star appearing soon." Bumpy said, "I think that too, and it will be very special in the sky." They had been looking at their maps and pointing a lot. "Oh," I said, "is that all? I must admit, if I can't get to sleep at night, I count the stars in the sky. 1, 2, 3, and before long I find myself drifting off. 4, 5, 6. Then one night, whilst I was counting the stars, I noticed a very bright one. I asked Lumpy, "Why do you think that star is shining so brightly tonight?" Lumpy said, "Well, I think this is the new star our owners have been talking about." I said, "I wonder what it all means then, a bright star in the sky?" Well, we soon found out because the following day our owners were so excited they were packing their bags. They were talking loudly and seemed to be so thrilled about going on a long journey. Lumpy told us she had heard them talking about going to see the newborn king and they were going to follow this bright star. Well, the next thing that happened amazed us all. They started to pack some very expensive gifts: gold, frankincense and myrrh. Soon after, as it was going dark, each of us, carrying a very heavy load, set off on our journey following the star. I said to Lumpy and Bumpy, "Don't walk too fast. Now remember, I have knobbly knees and you two are younger and fitter." Well, we travelled for miles and miles, night after night, and rested during the hot days. We went up the sand dunes and down the sand dunes, up the mountains and down the mountains, and along bumpy roads. My knobbly knees were getting more knobblier. Lumpy and Bumpy thought this was very amusing and said my legs looked like sticks with lollipops halfway down them. I think really the three of us were getting tired, but we knew we were on a very special journey and our owners were very, very excited. Then one night it happened. "Stop!" We looked up and saw that the bright star we had been following all this time was high in the sky above a small house in the town of Bethlehem. "Shh," said my owner. "This is the place the star has been leading us to." They picked up their bags full of gifts and went into the house. Lumpy, Bumpy and I looked on as we saw our owners, the wise men, kneel before a cot where a baby lay and presented their gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh. Bumpy had a tear in her eye. Lumpy gave a cough and looked down, and I just stared. This had been the most special moment of our lives. We had seen Jesus. Thank you for listening.
Hi, I'm getting ready for Christmas. Are you? Have you been buying presents? I bought a bar of chocolate. Thought I'd wrap it up for one of my friends. What do you think? Got my paper. Thought I'd wrap it up. Oh, that's a bit boring, isn't it? Shall we make our own wrapping paper? Shall we make it a bit nicer? Yeah, let's get a piece of paper and make it Christmassy so we can wrap our presents up in it. Okay, I thought of a good idea. Do you like printing? Well, I thought if you could go and ask your adult for a potato and maybe a carrot, maybe they could help you do some printing with them, because you need a sharp knife to cut them first and you can't do that. So get your adult, and if you get a carrot and chop the end off, you can make a nice circle to print with. And then if you get another carrot and cut a little square, can you see? Cut a little square. Well, your adult has to do it, remember, because you need a sharp knife. Cut a little square in it, then you've got a square. And you also quite need a triangle, which has got 3 sides to it and a point. I've done that in the potato. I hope you can see it properly. Yeah? Because we've got a triangle. So this is great because you can print with this now. It's called potato printing or vegetable printing. So get your potato, yeah, and dip it in some paint. Boop, boop, boop. You might have gathered by now, I do like painting. There we go. There, you can see it now. A green triangle. On your piece of paper, just pop it on your potato, on your potato, oh no, on your paper. And you can get triangles all over your paper. Get some more paint. Now then, when you've done the triangles, if you get your square, yeah, and I've used red paint for this one. If you get your square and pop it underneath your triangles, pop, pop, pop. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you what it looks like. Woo! There's one, another one. Red rectangle. They're rectangles actually. Rectangles. I don't know my shapes today. Okay, now look what we've got. We've got some Christmas trees. Doesn't that look better than a plain piece of paper? Wow, that's fantastic, I think. Now then, if you like to, you can, when it's dry, you can decorate the trees. You could get some little stars, just some stickers, and put them on the top of your trees. Hey? Whoop, let's find one without a star. There we go. Look, can you see them? My Christmas trees have got stars on them now. Isn't that exciting? Printing and stickers, such fun. And now you can wrap a present up in that. But there's not only trees, you can do all sorts of things with painting and printing, all sorts of different things. Remember I made this little circle out of just chopping the end of a carrot off? So if you dip the circle in your paint, and you can have lots of different colours and stamp it on your paper, you can make circles, little circles with it. Look at this one. Did lots of different coloured circles with this one, with my carrot. Do you think they look like fairy lights? I think this one looks like fairy lights. And when you've stamped all the different colours with your carrot, pop, 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 join them up with a paintbrush. Join them up a little bit for the wire. It really looks cool, that, doesn't it? It's just like fairy lights, I think, anyway. And then there's another one I did with my triangle. Look at this one. Stamp with the triangle and then stamp with your carrot for the heads. Look at that, angel wrapping paper. So when this one's dry, you can decorate your angels with glitter. That's rather shiny, isn't it? You've got lots of ideas. You can just experiment. Get some vegetables and experiment. Well, this is an interesting one. Look at that. That looks like king's crowns, don't you think? You know, we three kings. That looks like king's crowns. What do you think I did that with? No, it wasn't the potato. No, not the carrot. Any other guesses? Yes, you're right. Here's a fork. Ha! Dip the back of the fork in your paint and then just go pop, 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 pop with the fork. Just get one out the drawer. I think that's fantastic, Crown. So easy. What do you reckon? Now then you can wrap up your present. Look, got my my bar of chocolate. I've got my Christmas tree paper. Yeah, we'll get the sellotape. Whoa. This is going to look much better than a plain piece of paper. And wrap it up. You might want to buy a present for your friend.
Hi Jeanette. Hi Chris. I see we've got our visitors again today.
We have, but we've got an extra one this week. Can you spot which one it is?
Oh, I think it's a camel.
Yay!
He's in the story today. Did
He
you not
is.
hear it?
Yes.
Well, let's have something special. Let's sing all about these different characters.
Yeah.
But first of all, we need to do our
warm-up
song.
song.
Let's sing. Have you got something to shake? Ready? Shake, shake, shake and stop. Shake, shake, shake and stop. Shake, shake, shake and stop. Then we'll shake some more. Rattle, 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 stop. Rattle, rattle, rattle and stop. Rattle, 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 stop. Then we can sing some more. Now, over the last few weeks, we've been finding out a very special story. And can you remember a song where we had to cradle the baby?
That was when he was asleep in his manger.
So shall we sing Away in a Manger? Yeah. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. Now, in our story today, some wise men came to visit baby Jesus. I think they followed something. What did they follow?
Oh, it was right high up in the sky. It was a big, bright star.
So, we know something about stars, don't we? It's called Twinkle Twinkle. We're going to sing it, but we're going to add another verse. So listen carefully, but still do the actions when you get to the second verse. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now the second verse says that it was God's bright star and that the wise men followed from afar. So shall we try it? Twinkle, twinkle, God's bright star, wise men followed from afar. Up above, the sky so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, God's bright star, wise men followed from afar. Now, last week we heard about the oxen and he saw some visitors to the stable. Our song last week was sung to the tune of Bar Bar Black Sheep. Can you remember that one, Jeanette?
I can.
Let's have a go. Born in a stable, Jesus, Son of God, lying in a manger, Mary's little son. Shh, go to sleep. Shh, not a peep. Shh, go to sleep in the stable there. Shepherds came from hillsides, angels brought them where, looking for a baby in a manger bed. One little baby, one tiny lamb, one oxen looking on in the stable there. Now, I think it's time for us to go. But we're going to have a party next week. We're going to have fun and excitement. And we might have presents. Oh, and games to play. So, see you next week. Are you ready to say goodbye? Goodbye all. Goodbye all. Goodbye all. We're sorry to see you go. Goodbye all. Goodbye all, goodbye all, we're sorry to see you go. See you the next time, bye.